Well, Eve is back in town and out for blood. Well, being blood. Eve, haven't we done been on this revenge plot how many times now with you? You realize this is not gonna work right, and you realize that all they got to do is keep on going down the suspect list, and your name gonna touch one of those names, right? So, while we sit up there trying to commit several murders in the church, blowing up a church, while we said we gonna have Ben kill Sierra, you know what, Eve? I was avoiding you. That's why I ain't do the videos Wednesday, Thursday. That's why I ain't do the video Wednesday and Thursday. But you know what, Eve? I'm going to sit back and let you blow yourself up like you always do. You know what? I ain't got too many choice words for you. Like I said before, you need help and bad. You need help on the urgent care help. Because while you pointing that finger at Ben, please point it back at yourself, Missy. Cause you forgot what led up to Ben putting that necktie around her neck. It's quickly how we forget what started this whole reaction and how Ben ended up getting to her. So let's not go there. We not gonna beat your daughter with this dead horse again. We gonna let Poe Page rest in peace. We gonna let Paige live on in our life and in our memories. Too bad you can't do that in peace because you know that guilt eating your behind up alive. At least Ben did do the time for his crime. We see you still suffering, and it's still a little heavy on your heart, Dad. Everybody else that moved on, everybody that had involvement with your daughter, you know they enjoy all the fun things, all the good times around your daughter. You keep on bringing up her death. Ben already then, I guess he then, moved on. Wish he wouldn't have done it, but you, however, sleeping with her boyfriend, having her run out there out of town, running out there in the city during dark hours, knowing there was a killer out there. So you kind of you kind of led her into Ben's hands, which ended up resorting to her death. So while we pointing fingers at Ben, can we point a finger back at you? Cause you the reason that she was mad. You the reason why she was trying to get away from you. You the reason why she ended up in Ben's hands in the first place, trying to get away from you. Cause you want to apologize and say sorry and all that little other stuff you was doing. Let's not forget now, it's quickly how we want to blame Ben for your daughter's death, but we won't blame ourselves for the result of her, sleeping with her boyfriend when you shouldn't have done that, but you done it anyways. Kind of forcing her hand, making a girl run away from you, don't want to be in the same room with you. So, Eve, that's it. That's all I got for you today. I'm not finna play around with you. I'ma listen to you, but I don't know if I'ma comment on you and your, sad story you got running around there. You're a victim. Ben should pay. Ben should kill Sierra. I want him to suffer the way I'm suffering. What kind of suffering are you having, Eve? Are you having suffering from your daughter, or are you having that kind of guilt suffering that you kind of played a hand in her death? So which one are we having here? Because just as Ben is guilty, you're guilty right behind him. You guilty by association. Because if you wouldn't have done what you did, that would have never happened, and that girl probably would have ended up being safe and probably still alive still to this day if it weren't for her no good mama trying to play, musical chairs with her man. So we just gonna leave that right there. Sammy, I already told you your plan was gonna fail. It was gonna backfire. You told too many people. Too many people knew about it. The girl didn't want to do that. You kind of forced and played with her hand. You kind of, did the stuff you shouldn't have did. And not to mention on top of it, then you're going to try to run the girl alive and tell the girl, I want to be there by your side when you had a baby. So you kind of getting kicked out of the room, and you don't get to see your grandchild, as soon as it come out because you decided to play games. Well, it wouldn't be Sam if we ain't have a little game plan going on. So, So does this mean Will and Sonny y'all and right back on the #1 chart for Allie's baby, or we just gonna go ahead and get a baby on the Will and Sonny? That's what I'm worried about. Chad, let's move on. Gabby, Chad and Gabby. Chad, I see you slipping again. You can't keep no job. You can't keep yourself fully active into your job because you got to sit there and run from Salem to Florida with your wife. Now you then sat up there and messed around, and I'm pretty sure Gabby had her hand all in there. You didn't get the call. Your assistant didn't tell you that Lee was in town, and Gabby kind of played her hand and played her cards right and ended up making you look like a fool, which that's not hard for you nowadays because you always look like a fool, Chad. So I'm kind of see, did Gabby make you look like a fool or did you make yourself look like a fool? Because you should have known what was going on inside your business you're running, your family company. You so busy running around here trying to make sure Gabby paid for a crime she didn't commit that you didn't drop the ball how many times, Butterfingers? Now you mad at Gabby because she outplayed you, outwit you. Okay. Whatever you say, Chad. Gwen and Jake moving into the mansion. That's gonna be good to watch. I'm excited for that. I am. I'm happy about that. I'm excited about that. That's gonna be good for TV. And let's go ahead and get on into this Friday's episode. Let's see what it got going on. And another thing, I forgot all about that. I'm glad they replayed that part about he threatening her. Eve, he's the necktie killer. Do you really think he's scared of you and your friend? Your friend, somehow you got money to hire a friend that you know good with bombs. And just like I said, I was correct. He sat there and waited patiently for Ben to walk into that, I forgot what it's called, and then he shot the bomb off. Lucky for Ben, he survived, and he don't look hurt for mine. He don't look hurt to me, so yeah. And speaking of that, Eve, he's the necktie killer. Do you really think you scared him? Come on, Eve. You know if he end up, putting his hands around your neck, that'll be self-defense, right? Because you kind of blew up that man wedding. You kind of holding him hostage. You got a man, you got Frankenstein up there with a stick beating Ben on his leg with it. So what's stopping him for choking you out and, knocking Frankenstein down a few pegs? I'm just saying, you're not scared of him because I'm guessing you running on the fear of your daughter and those fumes that should be dead by now, but not according to your case. So I'm wondering, are you scared of being or not scared of being? Because you know he can snap back and snap your neck right. I'm just saying, you should be scared of him while you talking about some revenge. You should be scared of him, but I see you're not until he wrap his hands around your neck. So I'm just saying, Eve, you might want to think about that while you trying to tell this man what he gonna do, talking about killing his wife and all that. Yeah, you and Frankenstein can only survive and being struggled up, he can take both of y'all. So I'm just saying, Eve, do you really want to take that? Do you really want that risk? Cause he'll send you to your daughter with no problem at all. Cause you're kind of threatening his wife. So do you really want to play with a crazy person? You trying to act crazy, but you ain't that crazy. I'm asking you, a concerned citizen here, but not really. Do you really want to play with somebody that killed people before? Just asking, that's all. Just asking. Gabriella, sweetie, you lost your store. What gives you the right or any right in your right square head to say that you have a right to tell anybody to go or come out of that mansion? The only person that have that right is Chad. You know Chad, you know he hates you right now, right? And like you said, that is his brother, so win, 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 win for Chad. Lose, 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 lose for you. I'm just going to say that and put that there too. You lose. You don't have a right. When you get your store back, then holler. Then we might think about giving you some rules of who can stay and who can't stay. You don't even much have your store, Miss Thing. How you going to go around telling somebody who can and can't stay? And Chad going to be all for it, of course. Why wouldn't he be? To get under the you and harass you? You know, Gwen gonna harass you every day, so I'm down with it. Chad down with it. Let's do it. Gabby, you lost. The eyes won. You lost. So get over it. So, after all these suspects, after all Claire theories, we finally get to Eve. Yeah, after the second round of clearing her babbling, I said, you know what? I ain't got the patience. I'm sick of her. She from JJ, the trip, who else she said? John. I said, oh, you know what? I'm sick of you now. That's enough for you. I was waiting for the Eve. You finally said it. And Eve, I want to say it so bad, but you know what? You're not worth it. So you gonna turn Ben back into the necktie killer just to kill? You must be a genie now. Did you take genie classes? Did we have to rub to get you out there, out that thing just to come out and grant 3 wishes or 1 wish to turn Ben into a? If you disappoint me every time you open your mouth, I just can't with you. Brainwashing, really, Eve? Yeah, you might. That didn't fail so many times, and here you go trying that tired. Eve, I thought you were gonna at least come stronger this time. I mean, I thought we were gonna get a super Eve. Brainwashing. Let's go back to Steven knowing how well that worked for him. Let's go back to John in the pond, how well that worked out for him. Let's go to Marlena and the lady of the night and go and see how well that went for her. Brainwashing, that's all you got for us. Naive, I was expecting a whole lot for you, including your daughter on your shoulder. But brainwashing. Oh, so now you Dr. She is so aggravation. She is something else. I just can't with her. So it begins. She gave Ben whatever she gave Ben. Frankenstein doing the brainwash. We got Ben and Sierra over there talking about who the suspect is. Who the suspect is. We need to go tell people that it's Eve. Then we got Chad, Gwen, Gabby, Jake, and that situation going on. Like I said, I'm excited for that situation. I'm glad to see, Gabby get, a run for her money, finding for a change, cause this somebody new, somebody fresh, she ain't got no information on unless she start digging for the information. So this might give her a run for her money. So, and I'm dying to see this, see her get her a run and see what the hell she gonna do with this run that she gonna get. But anyways, though, y'all, that was the episode. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Enjoy the rest of y'all day and have a good weekend. Bye.